right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new stream. Welcome back to a brand new Just Chatting Mondays, where today I want to discuss something cool. Actually, like this intro is kind of like alright, but let's just make it a little bit more relaxed. Is this better? Is this better? What do we think? What do we think before the timer resets? Welcome everybody to a brand new stream. Today I want to ask you guys a very important question. Or, like, how important is it really? I mean, like, who the hell cares, right? But today, I'm not sitting on the couch right there, even though I would really want to, because I've been sitting in this chair for way too long. The reason I'm not sitting there is because literally I was just working a few minutes before the stream started, so I was like literally just like hunched over here like that, and I was like, oh fuck, let me just stream like this. But like one thing that I've been looking into is some of the past work which I've done around Twitch, and I've come to notice like actually there's been a better effect than I imagined on some of the stuff, which we'll get into in a second. So I'm kind of like really motivated again to go and do some cool stuff on Twitch again, in the sense of see if we can try and like change some things around. And the reason why I asked, like, the reason why like I tell the stream today like let's change Twitch, what would you like to see change with Twitch, is because I'm kind of curious as to what do people think needs improving. So if this sounds a little bit cryptic or whatever, it's because I have no idea what I'm going to talk about necessarily this stream, because like this literally just came up. But to give you guys a bit of history, if you don't know my history, I basically entered Twitch because I was doing YouTube. I discovered like some people were playing the same game, were doing Twitch as well. I was like, oh, what the hell is this live streaming site? I saw this, I was like, holy shit, this is so cool. What if we could do like some sort of really cool event? And I hosted like 4 front page Twitch events with like a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of streamers, and we got a channel like 10,000 followers or something, got over 1 million views and all that sort of stuff. It was a lot of fun, but it ended up like dying out because it kind of like, a lot of stuff around it happened, and at that time I wasn't really doing good with my own channels. Now I've gotten 2 videos out, and holy shit, I am all of a sudden a professional content creator. I am on point. We got 2 videos out, we got like all the streams out. I'm feeling great. Spinos, how's it going, man? How you doing? Happy Monday to you. But yeah, no, like over the last few years, like you've basically only seen me like work on my own channel. You've only seen me like do Twitch streaming. You haven't seen me do much like in the big grand space of Twitch sort of thing. I haven't really tried to like reach out to other creators. I haven't really tried to like do something grand beyond me, because basically for me it was just like, let me see if I can at least do what like my own channels, which it has already been hard enough, and then focus on like the rest of it. However, now that I've kind of gotten like Twitch under control, where basically I feel like we're doing good on Twitch, we have a good like fuel on Twitch, and also what we have is we have like YouTube right now. I'm already like working on the script for like the main channel. We have 2 videos out on the gaming channel. I'm like, holy shit, I have never been like I finally remember the passwords for these fucking channels, apparently. Like that's what it feels like. But like that kind of like allows me to like kind of start hoping that I can start focusing on other things. And one of the things that it led me to was looking back at like these old events which I've done, because like the thing was, I really fucking enjoyed those. I really enjoyed doing like some big cool funky stuff with a bunch of other streamers, and like doing this like 100 hours in a row just streaming and just having a great ass fucking time with everyone. However, I always wondered like what was the effect of these things, right? I always wondered like, was it more fun than it was useful? Because to me those were like insane moments. I really love those. Those were like the epic moments in chat. Those were the epic moments of like, holy shit, can you believe that happened? Can you believe someone was like cutting off their own hair because they lost a bet? Can you believe that, we got to a point where for like 100 hours I would only sleep like 10 of those, because the rest you would just be focused on stream. Like those were the fucking Twitch epic moments, where I do believe that we've had some great epic moments here with our own stream, like the moment I killed Retro in Among Us, which was absolutely fantastic. Or that time in which like we absolutely slayed in Apex. Actually, Spinosh, I reinstalled Apex again. Did I tell you that I uninstalled it? I don't know if I did, but I did uninstall it for like a little while, but I have reinstalled it, and I would love to play soon again, like together with you or Emil or like whoever wants to play, because it's not really a game I'm going to be playing by myself anymore, but I do think it's so fun. But yeah, anyway, like we've had some epic moments here on stream as well, but like those were kind of an order of magnitude bigger. But yeah, so like I was kind of like going through these streams, I was kind of like going through like what was the effect that these things had, because to me I always thought that they were like fantastically fun to watch as a viewer, because to me it was like all the people that I watch would just come together, and like all the people that that I didn't even know were really cool would just show up and be like, holy shit, there's like a dude that just like, you know, like makes your entire like screen just like blue screen. You think, holy shit, what the hell's going on? And that was just like his way of like introducing his stream, and that was his name was Reboot Error. I was like, what the fuck, dude, that is so original. And you'd have like far from the 70s, his entire stream is like a disco, and like these were all people I met for these events. I felt like as a viewer it was fantastic, and as a creator I just met like a whole bunch of people where it's like, holy shit, I didn't even know you, and like a lot of friendships came out of those that I thought it was really fun. But I always wondered, like, is this only fun, or is there also something good to it? And I actually went for the numbers. I actually like went to see like what was the effect of like these streams, like what happened to people that streamed on these events, and like how much of their like numbers changed, and their numbers have always changed positively. It's insane. So like I'm now fuck, that is so cool. Not real friendships. No, that's true. That's entirely fucking true. But I will say this. So the thing which I think is that like, okay, so like back when I was a wee little lad, I probably did think that those were friendships. But what I do believe about those times is that, first of all, they were fun, and like I don't need to make friends with streamers. You don't want to be my friend, lol. You don't want to be my friend, that's for sure. But yeah, no, it's like maybe back in the day when I was like 17 years old, 18 years old, I was like, holy shit, these people could be my friends. It was like super fucking naive. But even regardless of that, it's just like, it's just a lot of fun, even if there were like most of the people I never saw again after that. But I also think that when it comes to like, this is also a reason why I wanted to look into it, is because I think that there is what is it called? I've already spoken about this like last week on stream, I think, that there is like this thing which is very common amongst like Twitch creators, where basically like, because there's not a lot of people around you that do the same thing, and a lot of like these interactions are forced for business, there is not really a lot of time in which you can have just like general person-to-person interaction with people, which could even allow the basis to like get to know each other in a normal sense. Like it's only like, hey, you know, want to be a guest on my podcast, want to be a guest on my stream, and that's literally the way it goes. It's literally just like, oh, business. It's not necessarily like, hey, we're doing something together, which just happens to be something like, you know, the way you're working together with colleagues or something, or like, hey, you know, you're getting teamed up with like a teammate in your sport. That doesn't really happen. And like the only time I felt that it happened was during those events where it's like, hey, you know, we just happened to stream around this same time for this like one random ass shit. Like most of the time it was charity, so who the fuck cared, right? But it was like, it wasn't really something like, hey, we're working together on one of our channels, we're working together on a project. So it was kind of like a very neutral ground to meet people. I'm kind of wondering right now as to like whether that could be something useful to experiment with. Anyway, so like I was going for these numbers, and I was just like, holy shit, I never knew that this was so like useful, because like I'll give you like a bit of a rundown. On average, like every single creator, like on average, a creator that would participate in those streams would, in the month that they participated, see a 40% increase in their followers. And that is just from people with like 0 to like 10,000 plus followers, like basically when they started. It was like, it's absolutely insane. Like 40%, and like, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So like I was going for that. I was like, holy shit, I want to do something with this, and that was something that I was working on just a second ago. So I was like, you know what, I can't go on the couch. I really want to go on the couch, but I can't. So let's do a stream. If you guys have anything where you're like, holy shit, I want to see something change, because to me, like, changing things around on like something like Twitch or something like whatever first comes with like a lot of research. So this is kind of like my start of my research, and I'm gonna be like trying to speak to as many people as possible. I'm probably gonna have to set up like a good, I'm gonna do a good preparation for like, what do I want to like know from people, like what do I want to listen to. But if you guys have any like cool streamers that you're like watching, any people that you think I should talk to, let me know. And also, if you guys have anything where you're like, hey, you know, there's something I don't like. I know Villager just said like, hey, I want to see some more horror stuff this month, this October. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So if there's anything you want to see change, if you have anything you want to see better, let me know. I have a notepad thing open throughout the stream. I can jot things down. This is not going to be the entire topic for the full stream. It's literally just the first 10 minutes, because I'm literally hot off this. Now let's talk Apex. So yeah, I did uninstall Apex. I don't think I told anyone on the stream, but I do think that there is like, when was the last Apex stream? Hold on, let me go take a look at when the last Apex stream was, because that was a while ago. I did uninstall it for like a short amount of time, because to me, like, there was a bit of a problem with it. Let me see here. My stream channel, let me see, videos. Let's go take a look here. When was the last time I streamed Apex? Let's see. So Battlefield 2042 is out. I don't know if you guys have seen the video, but like it was rough. Even Skill Up came out and he said like this is absolutely unplayable. He's actually had like a lot of bots, which I didn't really see all that much because I think on console it was like a little bit more populated. But apparently Battlefield 2042, they would constantly fill like lobbies with bots. So you just have bots that would just like stand around do nothing, which would be very easy kills. And like the entirety of like vehicles, sounds and shit was like, it's not really stable. So I really hope that for the release is going to be better. But yeah, in my opinion, it was pretty playable, just some minor issues here and there. To me as well. Like there was still like the server lag was pretty rough on me. Like the lack of coordination to me made it like very chaotic, where at a certain point in time I was just like, I don't know what's going on, man. So it kind of like at a point kind of bored me. But at the same time, I have seen a lot worse gameplay. I don't know if Mo had, like, I don't think that Mo streamed it, but Mo showed me some clips of him just like completely flying out of the map, all that sort of stuff. So I liked the gameplay, but not for the sniper. The attachment system was interesting. I liked it. I didn't really get to explore that. I only saw that later on, that like they had this like attachment system. I did not know about it at the time because I was like so familiar with like the older the older Battlefields, and this is kind of like a change from that. So I don't like the operator system. Yeah, I didn't quite understand that either with like the operator powers and stuff. It's like I really like having just like custom classes sort of thing where you can just build your own classes. But yeah, I recommend checking out a streamer called Dr. Orochi. Different personality from you, so not sure what you could learn watching for his content. I am 100% down learning from like Dr. Orochi. I'm 100% down learning from like every single streamer. Because like Dragon, how's it going, man? Because like the thing is like I have maybe a certain type of personality here on stream, but I like a whole wide variety of things, and like this has always been like one of the bane of my existences. Like I would love to just do like the most hype stream like possible, where it's like, oh my god, and just like having like lights and whatever, like things just go crazy and stuff, having like high music, boom boom boom, like that. Like I could go that, and I could absolutely just go for like a chill stream where just laying down doing nothing. Like there is a wide variety of things which I enjoy. I think that I find like a happy middle of like what I enjoy to like do on the stream. But there's like a wide variety of streams which I like. At the same time, what I also have is that I'm really curious to like listen to other people, like literally when I want to like change things, I want to like listen first. I want to listen to as many people as possible, especially the people that I would normally not come across. So like really, if you have anyone that you're watching there like holy shit, like maybe you should speak with them, maybe you should check them out, throw them in chat. So yeah, Dragon, how's it going, man? What is up, my guy? I prefer just ordinary servers where you can have anything you want. I like that. I prefer that too. I really think that basically Modern Warfare 2 sort of thing, Call of Duty hit it out of the park with like just a very standard class system. You had like primary weapon, secondary weapon. Then you had two like things you could throw. So you had like grenades, and then you had like tactical things for like what was it? Oh my god, claymores. And then you would have like 3 perks that would like change a little bit. And then what was it? There was someone else. I don't know, but like it was pretty damn basic. But because of that, like you could have some attachments and stuff, but because of that, like you could, it worked. You could just like go ahead and like change things around. You could go with different builds, and I really enjoyed that. And like I think that every single time they come with a class system, it just changes so much around. It's like, oh my god, now I have to think about this and that. I'm like, come on. Thanks to you, Michel. I found Trash Stage and the world of AnyTube. Hell yeah, dude. Woo! Honestly, I am so glad, because that Trash Taste goes back to the original YouTuber for me. Giguk is the very first YouTuber I ever watched as a YouTuber. There was like, before that, I would casually watch YouTube. I wouldn't even know what like a YouTube was. It was just like, oh, just check out a video on the internet. Giguk was the very first YouTuber that I would subscribe to and actually like figure out like, oh well, hey, you know, let me just go and like wait for his next video to come out. He was the very first that I would like wait for a video to come out and be like, holy shit, he released a new video. So like that is like whenever I don't watch him that much anymore, but like whenever I come across a Giguk video or whenever I come across the Trash Chase podcast, I'm like, ooh, it just takes me back. It just takes me fucking back. So I'm really glad that you discovered that. That aside, I learned a lot from that podcast. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. But Aspirino says, I picked up Metro Dread. Pretty fun game. Not sure if I'm in love with it, but I'm enjoying my time. I've seen little bits of it. I really want to check it out, actually, because honestly, I've seen it coming up. I've never really played like a full Metroid game, so I was like, this one looks pretty good. Maybe I'll try this one out. But then like last weekend, we had like Battlefield and Halo and stuff to come out, so you know, it didn't really like happen. Like I didn't really get my hands on it this weekend, but maybe in the coming time. I just have to see like how things go with Halo and how things go with October, because I know that like Villager wants to see some spooky games. It would also just be on theme to do some spooky stuff. So yeah, if I can fit it in, I would love to play it, because honestly, it looks pretty sweet. Just from like the cutscenes I've seen and from like a little bit of like some people playing on the stream from the very beginning. I don't know how I would like it forever, because I've never finished a Metroid game, so I wouldn't know. So yeah, but yeah, what we were talking about? Oh yeah, we were going on Apex. When was the last time I played Apex? Holy shit, let me go take a look. So the last time I played Apex, like we played Battlefield 2042 last week, Twitch Leagues, Halo Journey, talk about Halo Infinite, trying to 4v4 in Halo. Holy shit, that thumbnail is just like no effort. We have, and this one is like super effort. I don't know, sometimes I just don't feel like it. Cyberpunk, oh my god, like I legit thought when I did that Cyberpunk stream that there was gonna be something worth it. Wow, I was like, holy shit, there's gonna be something, like Cyberpunk's updating with like 50 gigabytes, there's gonna be like 2 or 3 like side quests that we're gonna be able to do. Like there was nothing, absolutely nothing. Very short stream also. Oh yeah, the last week's stream, oh man, I missed the couch. Wait, hold on, was that last week's stream? No fucking way, that can't be. No, this was last week's stream. This was Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. This was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm kind of on 4 streams a week, kind of bad. I need to go back to 5 a week, holy shit. But yeah, this right here is my last, is this my last Apex stream? I think it is. I think this might be my last Apex stream 1 week ago. When did we do this? We did this on the 23rd of September, which is about, yeah, like 2 weeks ago or something. Like, yeah, like, this was pretty much, like, one of the last times I played Apex. And the reason why is that, I think Apex is, in itself, a fun game. I like the gunplay, I like the movement, but I've always said that I'm not the biggest fan of, like, the Battle Royale element, and that is really hitting it hard for me. Especially, like, to me, it is not fun if I play by myself. Because at the start, like at the start when I was playing, when I started playing this game, I could really enjoy the movement of it. I could really enjoy the gunplay of it. And I could really enjoy that I was like trying to get better. Like every single game, I don't know if you remember Espionage, but I remember one time I told you like I can see myself getting better. Like I can see myself getting better with every single game. I don't know what it is I'm doing, but like I'm getting better and I can feel that curve like climbing up. And I really enjoyed that, because even if you would lose a game, even if you would like die a couple of times in a row, like you would still have this feeling like I'm growing, I'm getting somewhere. Like it would really have this feeling like, oh my god, you know, I'm going for something. I would have that, and that was then like a little bit like hampered because like you go up and then you stagnate a little bit. But then I was like, you know, like I'm getting a little bit better, but it's alright. And then I discovered ranked. I was like, holy shit, let's go ranked. So very first season, got platinum in ranked. I was like, woo, I got platinum. That's so cool. Maybe next time I can go for diamond or something. So the next time I was kind of like hampered down with like new maps, which I didn't like because I completely threw off my playstyle. But I was like an Octane main all the way through. So then I was like, let me go and try Revenant, let me go and try Pathfinder, let me go and try like different legends, and I really like enjoyed finding like different legends to play with. So like my thing kind of became like, let me go and like get better with every legend, and maybe I can also make some videos about this, so that like every time that I make a video about like Apex, I can also go and like take that as an opportunity to go and play as a legend like exclusively for a week. And I would love that, because now I will like learn and learn and learn with different legends the better I get. But that kind of like died down at a certain point in time, because I found like two seasons later, like this season, I'm still platinum. And the problem with Apex is you'll find like once you hit platinum, like that is the real problem with Apex. It's like it is shit if you play by yourself. Because if you get into platinum, like, you're gonna have to be lucky with your squad, whether they're gonna be like smart or whether they're just gonna be complete idiots. And I'm not saying that I am the smartest player, because like, whether you're a smart player or an idiot player really depends on your squad. Because if I really like to push and I play with people who are really good at pushing, then pushing is a really good strat. If I really like to stay back and I play with other people who are also very good with staying back, that's a really smart move, and you can be pretty strong with that. But like, it doesn't work if like everyone has their own idea. And that really brings the team down. The fact that you don't know whether they're gonna revive you. Like, I had so many times where you would just like be taken down, because like my playstyle would be like, I'd like to push a little bit, especially if I play Octane or I play Pathfinder. I'd like to push a little bit, push it towards the edge, where maybe I would like crack all three and like take down one, and two would be very low and I would be taken down, but I would have my other two teammates like be able to like swoop in. But they would not be but they would never play that play. Or if they would play that play, then they would like loot every single time in all these boxes without picking me up, and I would like die. And I'm like, holy shit, man, like, how hard is it for like you to pick me up before you start looting around? And that sort of like not communication with your teammates was so frustrating, because that just meant that like every single game was kind of like a gamble, not necessarily on your own skill, but very much so on like, am I going to be with good teammates? Am I going to be with good teammates? Am I going to be with someone that's going to like hot drop, and like if they don't get the place that they want, they're just going to leave? Am I going to be with someone that's just going to like go all the way to the edge of the map and just like loot around the entire time, and it's just going to be a boring game as fuck? Because like, the thing is, it's like, there is different strategy can play, but if you drop too hot, if you just go straight down where everyone else drops in a ranked match, that is dumb as fuck. Like, if you just like hot drop straight away, maybe you get a couple of kills, but even if you get 3 kills and like and you're like one of the first ones to go out, you get no points for that. Like, there is no multiplier there. You're just gonna lose points in a ranked match. However, if you're just gonna go out and like, oh my god, I'm just gonna go to the edge of the map, and then you go out to the edge of the map, and then like at the edge of the map, you just stand around the entire time, the best you're gonna get is like purple shields. Like, that's just the most you're gonna get. Most likely you're gonna be stuck with like blue shields, and then you're gonna have to fight red shields. And like, seriously, there is this thing where if you don't fight in a match, like, you're gonna be worse. You're gonna absolutely be worse. Even though you got better gear, even though you got better like resources, you're just not tuned into it. And I've always found, if I'm gonna go loot around and I haven't had a fight until like the final 3, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really fucking bad. So like, this entirely like up and down thing with Apex, where it's like, sometimes you have a good match, sometimes you haven't, it just got like kind of frustrating, like really frustrating, to a point where it's like, fuck this. Like, I got to I got to like platinum this season again, and I was like, I'm just so fucking dumb, because like, the thing with platinum is like, you gotta win matches to like progress, and if you lose, like, you lose quite a bit of points. So like, you will kind of like stay around the same points, because like, you'll have like 2 good matches and like 4 or 5 bad ones, and that wasn't fun to me. Because like, there was no point in progressing. Like, at the start, I was progressing to get better, to like play with other people. I'm like, I'm actually like good at this. Then it was like, let me explore the game, let me explore the legends a little bit, let me unlock every single legend. That was also something I could do, but I can't change the luck that I have with my squad mates. And then I also saw that like, the people that I would watch stream Apex would also not be always happy. And like, this is something which I noticed myself as well. Like, I would like, if I stream a PvP game, I really don't know like how much I still like to stream a PvP game by myself. If something comes out, like Halo comes out, Halo Infinite, Battlefield 2042 comes out, I'll probably like stream like 2 or like 1 to 3 at most streams of that game, as long as they're like new interesting content. Other than that, I don't know if I will stream that if I just play by myself. If you guys want to play, I'm totally down. But if I just like play by myself, the thing is that, I don't know, like, I get a real big sense of fairness in myself, and I really hate it when there is something like, holy shit, like, there was lag there, right? Like, I couldn't do anything about that, and now I got shut down. Holy shit, you know, I'm out here, I've pinged like so many times that I'm attacking here, come around here, I've like pointed this out so many times, we really gotta push right now, holy shit, where are you guys coming, and now we're dead. It's like, what could I have done differently there? Nothing. And like, I really hate that. I'll start calling that out, because like, it just frustrates me. And like, that's something which like, I don't know whether that's something which I want to have on stream, because part of that is like, yeah, you know, you could say that's a fair case, because sometimes these things do happen and you gotta for a pretty fair shot. But at the same time, it's also like heat of the moment, and I don't like, you know, heat of the moment, like everything seems fair to you, and like unfair, like everything seems unfair to you, and everything seems to make perfect sense to you, but at the end of the day, it's like a lot more nuanced. So like, I don't know how much fun it is to watch like someone be like, oh my god, you know, and that's something where like, I don't know if I want to like do that on stream so much. Like, if we're playing this with like some people on stream, if we want to be in Discord, if there's some people to me for me to be in Discord with, and we're just having a good old time, and we win some, we lose some, then the focus is not necessarily on like doing the game, it's more like just having fun, and we have the game like with us. But I don't know like whether I just want to like solely focus on PvP games, especially if I just play by myself. Because let's face it, I'm not going to be the best like player. Like that's also not something that I ever aim at. Because I know that there's people that will just be like training for this like hours and hours every single day. I'm doing way different things with my day, so I can't be like training 8 hours a day for like a PvP game, nor do I want to. So I'm not gonna be playing to be the best. And yeah, like I don't like to be playing a game where I'm just like 6 hours in, there's like, oh my god, this is fuck this game. So like that's why at a certain point in time I was like, I need to stop this, because I was playing Apex a lot of my free time. I was playing Apex a lot by myself, and then like I was like, fuck it, this is not worth it. It's not worth it to just be like, holy shit, these teammates again. So yeah, that's why I uninstalled it. But I did see like a bunch of people play it again. I was like, fuck it, you know what, I'll reinstall it if Espino's is down playing, if Emil's down playing, if Jesus is down playing, if like anyone's down to play it, I'm down to play it. And like I'd rather be like, if someone's like, yo, hey, you want to play? And I'll be like, oh, hold on, just wait 6 hours until I reinstall on my PS4. I'd rather have that just like right there and I could play. And yeah, Dragon says, I found a sweet spot in Destiny 2. What's your sweet spot with Destiny? Like, how do you balance that? Because like, yeah, like I also looked at like the streams. Like I'm also really curious of like from you guys, like be as brutally honest as you want to be. How do you feel about like the Apex stuff? Because like we did Apex quite a bit for like the last year. If you go to playlist, hold on, I can actually see like how many Apex streams we did. So we have done about 29 Apex streams. Holy fuck, that's quite a lot. That is quite a lot of Apex streams. Let's see, what's the thing that I streamed the most? I think just chatting, maybe? I don't know where just chatting would be. Genshin Impact. Wow, we streamed a lot of Genshin. Oh, 15 Among Us streams. Holy fuck. We've done so much more Among Us than I ever would think. Just chatting 35. Yes, just chatting like hits the ground. There's build crafting, casual contents, hard and hardcore if you're keen. Yeah, I know that some people are like really big into like Destiny PvP, and some other people are just like really down with PvE. And there's looking for a group. Yeah, Apex doesn't have that. Apex is like, it doesn't like you to be in groups. I have to say, like, Battlefield doesn't also seem like it really likes you to keep around the same lobby. So lately I really got into raiding. What is raiding like in Destiny? Because like I remember people always said like, oh, raiding is the most fun part, but like raids would last up to like 45 minutes or something. I was like with raids, I was always scared that I would fuck it up because I wouldn't know what to do. That was always my fear with raids. I remember raids and Warframe, it took me like a year to do it because I was always afraid like I would fuck things up. And yeah, like Destiny I've never attempted because like Destiny I always played very casually. I played the story the story stuff. Sometimes like Jen or Tribal or Emil would be able to tell me like, hey, you know, get that weapon because that's good. But barely I would do that because like I would barely understand what was going on. I was like, dude, no, I can just get the gun and just shoot the thing where the director points to me. I'll just follow it. So yeah, then like when people were talking about raids, it's like, oh damn. Yeah, that's it. Raids are easy if you know what your job is, man. That is like the condition. If you know what your job is, raids are easy. If you don't know, fuck it. It's fucking over. So yeah, took a few runs to learn a raid. Yeah, like that is something where like. I was lucky to find 2 people to play with. I think that is like the key thing for like learning raids and stuff. So yeah, and PvP is enjoyable when you know what to do. Yep. I do find out that I definitely have this thing where if I jump into a PvP match and like it's unclear, like if I jump into like my first match of a game, I'm not someone that will like jump into like a what is it? I will not jump into like a game and then just trying the tutorial and then try to like local multiplayer to like figure out like how well I play versus bots. I'll just go out and I'll just like fucking like, okay, let's go do multiplayer. And then if things are not clear, it's so frustrating. But like that's just my fault for like not doing the tutorial. But at the same time, I was like, dude, come on, just tell me what it's like. So yeah, you'll occasionally find some looking for a group for teaching, but only if you have a few hours of patience and time. Yeah, like I remember Warframe had this like raid school bus thing. Like there are really communities out there which are really good at like teaching people, but you're gonna have to like find the time for it. Which honestly, I think it's really cool that people are out there doing that. Like I remember a raid streamer that would every single time like their streams would just be like doing raids, and then we take everyone out there, and like his community would just know like what it would be, what it would take to do a raid, and then like they would always just like invite new people, and it would just be like, yo, if you want to join, just join in. We're gonna have like 8 spots, like we're gonna have like 8 people that you can have on one, and we're gonna have what is it? We're gonna have like 6 newbies or something, like because 2 or 3 people could just like take it, like carry the entire thing, just like instructing people what to do. And for a lot of people, like that threshold of like doing it for the first time was something that could actually like get them to like do it more, because they'd be like, oh man, it's not so scary as I thought. Because a lot of times like just the unknown is very scary to people. It's like just the unknown element of like, what is it gonna be expected of me? Because on the one hand you have people saying, oh man, it's easy, and on the other hand you're having people saying like, oh, it's hell on earth, it's really fucking hard, and you don't know what it is, because like a lot of times people say, oh man, it's easy. It's like, it's not easy. So yeah, I did Fold of Glass for the first time yesterday. How did it go? How did it go? Actually, is Destiny like coming out with like a new piece of content soon? Because like, got carried all the way. You did go all the way though. You did go all the way. But like Destiny, what was the last thing they did? That was Beyond Light. Wasn't that like, when was did Destiny Beyond Light come out? Beyond Light, when did that come out? That came out in 2020, November 10. Oh, it feels like so much longer ago. Holy fuck. Destiny 2020, it's a major expansion. It'd be released on November 10. Wow. It really felt. It really felt. It really feels as though it's like almost 2 years. Even though, like, if you ask me, like, when was, like, hold on, what did we do, like, last year, November? Because, like, a lot of times, like, you measure, like, when, like, your, the passing of time of, like, what did you do around that time? So let's go take a look what we did last year, November. It was probably Among Us. It was probably Among Us, and if it was Among Us, like, that is insanely long ago. Holy fuck. So, yeah, let's see. Because, like, this is all this year, so that's, like, November is about 11 months ago. 11 months ago we did no way, 11 months ago we did Ghost of Tsushima. Was that in November? I cannot believe that that would still be in November. Yep, that was November. What? What? That is crazy. That feels like so much longer ago though. I think that this, by the way, was the stream where Espinosh joined for the first time. It wasn't, it was a Ghost of Tsushima stream. It might have been this one, which is like November 9. Can Ghost of Tsushima get better? Question mark. I think that's what it was called there. A detailed notice in my time in Battlefield 2042 open beta was that the character had a trigger discipline. If you shoot and then let it be for a moment, the character will take off their finger off the trigger. Oh, that's pretty cool. I did not notice that. I did not like go and look for like the little finger animations. But I always really like when games just like go out of their way to like show little different little things. Like little animations that like most people won't see. But honestly, like this is insane. Like to me, a year ago, I still very clearly remember November 2020 or December 2020. Like 2020 feels like yesterday basically to me. But if I look at this here, if I look at playing Genshin, like it seems like, oh my god, Fallout. When did we play Fallout? That was no, that was October. Holy shit, that wasn't even a full year ago. Water Gang. Holy shit, who still remembers Water Gang? Water Gang in the title, dude. That was such a long ago meme, man. Holy fuck. Okay. See, this is the reason I really like the Twitch archive, because I'm just like looking at this, I'm like, this feels like almost 2 years ago to me. This like maybe a year and a half ago. I mean, I know that Among Us was like last year, but it feels like a year and a half ago to me. And there we go, Destiny Forsaken we played, and then we went to go and play Beyond Light here somewhere. Destiny from the couch, Deimos Arcana boyfriend update. Let's see. Yeah, this is where we started playing Destiny. I just didn't title it like Destiny Forsaken. Holy shit. Holy shit. That is crazy. That is insane. What is to come in the upcoming years? I mean, like we're basically like 2 months away. Forsaken is getting full to holy. Yeah, I heard. This is the one thing that keeps me 100% out of Destiny. Defaulting. I think defaulting is absolutely ridiculous. It just keeps me out of the game. It just keeps me entirely out of that game. The reason like I will still play like the new Destiny expansion because they come with like Game Pass, so like I can play them for free. But I remember Forsaken coming out. Forsaken was like one of the best like Destiny expansions that was out there. And yeah, like after that, like our like basically the base game became free, and then the first two expansions became free, and I was really hoping that this game would but free for everyone a month earlier. Dude, what the fuck is that shit? It's so weird. It is so weird to me. I don't know how you feel about that, Trigon, but I saw Destiny, like Destiny was always like this paid game, and then all of a sudden they came out with like Forsaken, and they came out with like free base Destiny. So like you could get the base game for Destiny for free, and you would still have to buy the rest of the expansions. Then all of a sudden, the first two expansions became free, which was absolutely insane. Destiny going free to play. So like first expansion free, Forsaken paid, Beyond Light was on the horizon, that would then be paid, and then they just nuked all the free stuff. They just nuked the base game, they nuked the first two expansions, and it was like Forsaken and Beyond Light, and it was like, hold on a second, what the fuck? And now they're nuking like Forsaken. Like to me, it's like it's so strange. I thought that this would be like a brilliant model. Like when they said that the first expansion would be free. Like let's say that Forsaken, instead of like being folded, would just be free now. So you'd have like Forsaken as free in-game content, and the like two expansions, the two latest expansions would always be paid. Like I thought that was a brilliant model because they also have like microtransactions. So it's not like if you pay, like there's nothing you need to pay for anymore. But now it's literally, if I would have bought Forsaken, my money would have been thrown away now. So defaulting doesn't feel good, but necessary. I think it's like, I mean, like I don't know much about it, but to me it feels like an absolute like dark shit excuse. It's like the thing that they say is that like efficiency and file size, and I'm like, hold on, you have a Call of Duty game that's 200 gigs, but regardless of that, it's like even if like the file size is big enough, I still don't think it's like a good faith thing, because like I would say, like, let's say that the argument is that the file size is too big. Like, the file size gets too big, we add more content. Like, how much content is there in there? Because basically, you're just gonna have two expansions. But if the file size gets too big, why don't you offer it as, like, the free DLC? So, like, let's say, like, it's all story content mostly, right? So, like, why isn't it, like, a free DLC? Where if I want to play the story content of Forsaken, or the first two expansions, or the base game, and like I can't play them on multiplayer anymore, which like that's totally fine because like you know it's better than not being able to play them at all. It will just be free DLC, which I can decide to download next to the base game for nothing because like it's gonna be free anyway. Yeah, so like let's see. Look at the Telesto Exotic. What is the Telesto Exotic? It breaks the game every 3 months. Let's see, Destiny 2. Let's see. After the exploit was discovered with the fusion rifle in the season, by unlocking the artifact mod and equipment, the Guardians could use the weapon to spawn a cluster of power-ups that could charge their troopers to full immediately. Holy shit. Yeah, like that is part of like a live service game that you will like end up like putting things in that will be able to like people will be able to exploit. But still, you know, like to me it is just like base game $60. Every expansion was like $60. Like it just feels to me like you're ripping people off by just like tossing these things away. It feels weird. If they delete that exotic, all the problems will disappear. Yeah, I mean like they're just nuking like content. I just don't get it. To me, like that is something that really keeps me out of the game 100%. But like I also had the same thing with Warframe. Like I thought Warframe was really cool in a sense. That they would always allow things free to play. So like the entire idea with Warframe was like you would have this game where you could get everything by just playing. Like you would have build times you could speed up, or like you could buy things like outright, but like there would always be a way to craft it and obtain it. There was nothing that was locked away. And I thought that was pretty cool. Like I really liked that game in the sense of, hey, you know, I can go out and get everything. And then you have this thing where like they would have these Prime Warframes, which are just like special characters that you could get, like you could buy as like Prime Access, and they would put them into like this special place which is called the Void. And like this Void was a very magical place. You didn't know what was there. It was like out there like in the void. You'd need to have special keys to get on there. So like there were like special levels with special keys that you would need to like acquire to like get there. And I thought that was like pretty damn sweet. But then you had this point where like basically you would have 3 or 4 missions per tower. You had 4 towers, so you had like at most like 12 mission nodes or something, and you like the drop tables would like keep on increasing. Like every single time something new would come in, it would be thrown in the void. Every single time something new would come in, it would come into the void. So like you would have more and more things on drop tables that at a certain point in time they said like this is unmanageable because right now something new is going to be thrown on there, and like what are your chances of getting a new thing? So that made sense. So what they did is they started the Prime Vault, which is like a temporary solution where they're like, you know what, right now we're gonna have to take something out, so you can't acquire that anymore. The prices for like these items just skyrocketed because no one could get them anymore until we find a solution for this thing. And they put it away until they found a solution for this thing, was basically like we're gonna introduce cabbages. So this entire mystical place of the void was now mapped. It was just like, there we go, it's mapped, it's here, you now know what it is. Which like I thought was like pretty shit, but all right, you know, makes sense. And now you had these cabbages, which like basically like the void stuff would happen everywhere, like everywhere. And you would have cabbages which would like have the drop tables on them. So instead of like having a key that would like let you go to a place, basically you would have a cabbage that would just like give you like the drop thing, right? That would be the drop table. So the idea was like you could have pretty much an infinite amount of cabbages because they were all like K1, E, like they would have a name and a letter. So basically you would have like 26 times, I think they didn't go with double digits. So you have 26 times 10. So like you had 260 options, and they could always have like expanded that by like K10. Like if they go double digits, they have even more options. So like they had a lot of options on there, like increasing the drop tables. And like basically these things would spawn everywhere. Like you could have them like from like the earliest level to like the latest level. You could have these void fissures. You could also have like everywhere you could like form these things. Like the easier ones would like be dropped like early on in the game. The later ones would drop like later on in the game. And the entire idea was that at like basically the initial situation, like you had this thing where like these places were just like locked behind like the void. It was like this one place, these 12 nodes that everyone was playing. The rest of the universe was just dead. No one was playing it. And then they were like, hey, you know, now you can play everything. However, the thing was, like, there still weren't all that many void fissures. People were still playing, like, only a few nodes. And then they just continued on the fold. And I was like, holy shit, there's no reason for this anymore, because you still have, like, right now, you have an infinite amount of nodes. You have an infinite amount of, like, cabbages that you can use. And you're just saying, like, fuck this. We're going to continue to void and sell this shit back to you. And, like, that to me, just, like, that sounds like bad faith. And, like, that's, like... like that is something like akin to like Destiny like faulting their stuff. Like that faulting stuff, it's a dilemma of a live service. I understand that there are things which like will hamper like future releases, but if you're just gonna straight up delete it, that feels like a like that just feels to me in bad faith. It's like, hey, you know, if we have to temporarily take things out because we have overcrowded drop tables, so we can't just throw something in and we just like just stumbled upon us, totally fine. Like that's a very logical argument. But we solved the problem and we're still keeping this because it's making us money. We're just deleting the game that you guys paid for because like that's weird to me. That's weird to me, and that's something which like I do feel is weird with like live services. Like I look at that, I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's what it is. It's what it is. There's nothing we can do to change about it, but it's what it is, and that just kind of like, I look at that, I'm like, I don't know. So yeah. I actually don't know like how many live services are still running good, because like basically like you had this entire like live service thing which came up. Like is Genshin a live service? I think Genshin Impact is a live service, and that really came out strong. Like I remember like when Warframe and Destiny started becoming big, like this live service thing was going to be like the next big trend in gaming, and I really feel it's died down. I really feel it has died down. I think where we stand right now is kind of like a quiet zone in games. Because we basically had the Battle Royale boom, then we had the live service boom, and now it's just kind of like nothing at this point in time. Like I can't remember, like last year it was like the stupid, like just the family friendly games sort of thing, the things you could play with friends at home, like the Among Us and the Fall Guys. But like that's just completely died. I don't see anyone talking about like, oh, let's go play a game of Among Us again. Oh, let's go play Fall Guys. I don't see that anymore. And like Battle Royales is kind of like keep on going around, but it's no longer like, oh my god, this Fortnite thing, holy shit, this is growing so big. It's like right now it's just like it's kind of there. And yeah, live services are no longer the, like I feel like people are like starting to see like the wear that a long running live services like service takes on the game. The fact that it's no longer as new anymore to most people. The fact that it is what else? The fact that they're gonna be making changes, which like are gonna take, or it's gonna like change the path of the game, or take out part of the parts of the game that people love, then people just move on because they get tired with it. So, I'm really curious as to like what will be the next big thing, because right now it feels like it's kind of quiet. Even like Halo Infinite looks cool. It doesn't really feel like it's doing anything crazy. Battlefield 2042, even though like the 128 player lobbies are like insane, they're also like not that groundbreaking. It's just like bigger places, but it's not an entirely new genre. It's not something which I haven't seen before. And if I think about it, like basically playing Apex, you play with 60 player lobbies. The map actually has a feel of PUBG. I don't know who mentioned that, but like there is a bit of like PUBG into that. Which I also felt like, yeah, like that's PUBG's maps were also pretty damn big for the time. I remember playing that, just being like absolutely astonished by like how big this thing was. Like, holy shit. And that's like, I had a greater sense of scale with Battlefield 2042. But yeah, beyond that, I don't know. I don't think that what is it? Horizon, the new Horizon game is gonna change all that much. It's like I really don't know. I really don't know what game would be on the horizon that would just like change the landscape. I think something's gonna come up. Something's gotta come up like in the coming year. But I don't know what. I have no idea what will be like the next big thing. And like again, like that's kind of the question that a lot of people ask. Like, what will be the next big thing? And honestly, I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think that this is also kind of like the what's it called? The lockdown kind of like hitting people. It's kind of like getting done almost. Like I can't wait for conventions. Next year is gonna be conventions, by the way. Next year, July is gonna be a TwitchCon in Amsterdam. Woo, 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 woo. Oh man, I'm so excited. I don't know the exact dates yet, but it's gonna be July. Hold on. TwitchCon Amsterdam. Like, where is this gonna be? This is something I'm really looking forward to. Like, legit. TwitchCon announces dates. TwitchCon is an IRL streaming thing. Let's see. Let's see. So the TwitchCon blog you've been waiting for. Yay. A Twitch launch in 2011. I really don't care. Last year we welcomed our 50,000th partner. Holy shit. 548,000 affiliates. That is insane. The fact that they have over 600,000 people that like are literally making the money is insane. Oh no, they added 548,000 affiliates. They had over 1.2 million affiliates. That is crazy. Holy fuck. But yeah, TwitchCon Amsterdam is gonna be July 22, and TwitchCon San Diego in October 22. So yeah, no specific dates, but if I can make it, 100% I'm going there. I was gonna go to like the base version of like the first version of TwitchCon Amsterdam, dude. I had tickets for that. I was so excited, and then like COVID happened, so this will be so sweet. That would like literally be very fucking sweet. I can't wait. So. That is something I'm really looking forward to. But that's like half a year away, so. Anyway, that's kind of like me running through most of my topics that I have for today. I like today was literally like a lot of like a work day. Yesterday I was like really pushing for the video to come out, new videos out on the gaming channel about Battlefield 2042. I'm gonna try like tomorrow or for Wednesday, see if I can push out like a recap video of like the Halo stuff that we did. Because tomorrow we're gonna be continuing most likely with the Halo Combat Evolved stuff. See if we can like finish that game in the next stream or within 2 streams, and then do more things. I heard someone talk about like a Monster Hunter Rise open beta. I don't know necessarily. But yeah, I hate math just like love. I quite like math. Math is alright. It lets me know things. Like numbers. Why would we hate math? But yeah, so that's kind of like the plan for this week. Hopefully a Framecast will be coming back. I don't know what Drew's schedule is like, but we might do a Framecast this week. So it'll probably be Framecast, continue with Halo, Combat Evolved, and like the Halo series, and then like probably find something to decide. Maybe Metroid Dread, maybe spooky stuff, because it is October and we still have 20 days to go in October. Maybe I can do something like with October. Let's see. It's not alright when it's a stupidly long equation and all the answer you get is 2. Yep. Or when it's something that just goes all the way around in circles and like at the end the thing that you need to do is like a very simple equation. Like, what the fuck, man? Well, I need to make this so tough. What's up, a mega weapon? Let them smell a shit. Or let them smell a fart. I love that there's a couple of people here in chat that like understand some like Dutch phrases and the rest just don't know. It's our secret language. It's our own special secret language. Which, have you guys ever been in like surroundings with people that don't speak one of the languages you speak? So like, you know, like if one of you is bilingual, you've probably been in this situation where like you speak like one language that with like another people, but with like another person in the room, and with another person in the room you can like speak another language, and then whenever you're switching between languages, you know that the other people can't follow you because they don't understand the language. But whenever you switch, you feel like they do understand, because how the fuck can you not understand this language? So dude, you got Google Translate for that. I'm not gonna like give you that clip material. Like holy shit, like Tyrannis really got me good last week. With like, what was it, with the Mabols? I'm like, holy fuck. I'm always afraid whenever someone's like, hey, do you want to say this in my language? Like, hey, this is like a really cool thing. Can you say this, please? Can you please say this? And I'm like, oh no. Because I would do that and start that. Like when I started streaming, I would just do that because like, oh look, oh my god, they just want to say me. They just want to like show something cool about the language. Sometimes it would just mean something god awful, and I do not want to be there. And yeah, like. I am not gonna say something where you're like, holy shit, what is this? Google Translate, my dude. Google Translate. How is it pronounced? Google Translate. Go there. Pay £6 and then he'll say it. Oh, and then he'll say it. £6? Do you think I'm that cheap? Do you think I'm British? Do you think I'm British? I'm not British. What do I do with £6? I'm just gonna like, you know, lose them or something. Losing weight, losing those pounds. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You could buy a cheeseburger. That would gain even more pounds. What would be the point of that? I mean, like, technically, like, if I buy a cheeseburger and gain more pounds, then with those pounds I could buy more cheeseburgers, gain more pounds, and that would be a get-rich-quick scheme. That should actually work. Because it would continually, perpetually get me more pounds. I think there's something wrong there, but who cares? I think it's gonna work. Let's go. Shut up. People come figure this out. Oh my god, that reminds me of like that one YouTuber that's like killing himself for views. It's like he's been like in the spotlight lately. So like basically this guy just has been fucking like eating himself to death for those mukbang videos. I don't know what people saying that. Like they're just pieces of content which I just don't get. And I perfectly understand that there's an audience for it, and there are people that very well, like, they just really enjoy it. But, yeah, you know. It's like, I can't watch ASMR. It just freaks me out. I don't like it. It's like, I can understand that there might be something like, oh man, it's like the sensation. It's like the quietness. It's like, you know, the experience. And it's like, no. It just freaks me out every single time. It's like, I'm waiting for someone just like, scream to the mic. Mukbangs, like, dude, oh my god, it's like I don't even like enjoy being like just sitting close to someone that's eating while I'm not eating. But yeah, yep, that guy Trigon, yep, who used to be fucking skinny as fuck. I like toothpaste and orange juice together. Oh man, but yeah, mukbangs are part of that. What was this entire like feature thing? It's like people like to watch suffering. Yeah, that seems to be it. Like remember like a couple years ago we had those like family abuse channels, like where parents would just abuse their kids. Holy shit. But yeah, like another thing like that I don't get is like that feature thing. It's like I don't know. It's so uncanny to me. It's so fucking uncanny to me. And it's like I don't know. I don't know what it is. To me, it's just weird. Like, on the one hand, I do remember when, like, there was, like, the streamer W Greats that would be, like, a talking dog. That was like, oh my god, the novelty of it. That's so cool. And it's, like, I guess if you don't want to show your face as a streamer, then that is, like, a more, expressive way of speaking with people. Like, because otherwise it would just be, like, a blank screen. Now you can actually, like, you know, express yourself and, like, where you look around and the way your character moves. But still, it just feels so uncanny to me. It's like, it's such a, I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. Imagine bringing back gladiator fights. I think you'd get over a lot of, you know, legislative hurdles. JC the King, how's it going, man? Good to see you, dude. That's going right here. How about you? Life is suffering, just like love. You have really adopted it just like love from a theme, Villager. I think a theme would be proud, unless you've entered into a contract with a theme, which I know that what is it? I know that Mika has. Mika has at some point entered into a contract with a theme, and I don't know what it was about. But they were very mysterious about it, and they were very much like, you don't want to know. Or you do want to know, but we can't tell you. Also, I'm just going over here, and like, y'all remember Outriders? You'll remember like this Outrider stuff? Like, dude, that was a long time ago. Or actually, not even that long ago. Where'd I put it? Oh my god, like the cringiest gear on Amazon. That's insane. But yeah, I'm good. Just home from work, so I'm just hanging out. Nice, dude. Nice. I hope it wasn't too busy at work for your Monday shift. So it's like you need to get laid, Villager. Do I now? Actually, like it's they're just like love is kind of like a meme. Just like trying to like throw just like love in like the weirdest like places that you can put. So want to meet up? Only if you're a hot single in my area, Trigon. I have more important business to tend to, money to move, people to kill. Villager is very dedicated. You know, like that's also like a fun thing, which like I always find like to be kind of funny with stream. It's like I don't know what everyone's up to. Like I know a little what you guys are up to if you chat in chat. But sometimes like there's also a lot of people just lurking stream, which is like totally fun. And even if I chat with you, like how much do I already know and how much you guys already know of me. It's like what are the chances there's someone here in chat that just like does something like insanely outrageous. So yeah. Michel Postma doesn't want to be friends with us, but we will gladly penetrate our bodies. You know, there's just not so much commitment, man. It's like, it's a commitment, dude. That's scary. Like, seriously. Commitment, attachment, fuck that. You know, just putting something in another thing is like, it's super easy. You can just pull it out. I'm a very busy man. This is improv roleplay. Villager is actually like a president of like one of the biggest countries in the world. He's just tuning into the stream because like, who cares? It was alright, mostly just sitting on the desk, withering away. Do you have like something like you can occupy yourself with during that time? Or like because like sometimes you have desktops where like you need to get something done, and then like after that you can just like kind of fuck around. Oh, sometimes you have desktops where you're just like you kind of need to seem busy, but it's alright. Sometimes you have things where it's like literally just the most boring. Like I think like the most I think one of like the most annoying things I've done was there was like just an odd job, which is like sitting around the entire day, and I think it was like at some sort of like reception area or something. Like I would have to like be at a desk, make sure that whenever a phone call would come in, be like, hey, who am I speaking to? What do you need to speak to? And then like connect them through. Whenever someone would be at a gate, I would have to open it, and like I would also just have to like keep like check on like some like database stuff or something. And I was literally the entire day just like, hello, push through. Hello, push through. Oh, someone to get, and I would literally just like felt like the time that I could go out to take a piss, or the time that I could go out to like get a cup of like hot chocolate, were like the most insane times of that day. That day lasted me like what 6 to 8 hours or something. It felt like an eternity, man. So yeah, that was quite rough. I'm a man that lives multiple lives with borrowed time. I am the Matrix. Oh boy, I mostly spent my time this morning looking at across missing persons cases on Instagram. Ooh. So did you find any interesting ones? Did you find any ones that you think you can solve? Like I always love when I go to, I don't know if you guys have this too, but like whenever I go to like these YouTube videos like past crimes that what is it, like old mystery crimes that haven't been solved, or let me know. It's like how do you spell that? I think it's like let me know or something. Like this channel, like this is a like death trap. Don't watch this channel, but watch this channel. It's got like really long, hour-long documentaries about like mysteries in the world, and honestly it's like very interesting, but you'll just like start wasting your time on that. Let me know. Yes, I think that's that. It's something like that. But like there's just like hour-long documentaries about things that no one will really care about, but it's interesting because you watch it like, holy shit, This dude jumped out of like this dude like took an airplane hostage, then like landed the airplane, like got all the passengers out, got a bunch of money, and then jumped like the airplane took off again, and he jumped out with a parachute, and no one ever found him again. And then the money was later on found like somewhere in the river. What the hell happened? It's like every single time you watch those things, you're just like, maybe I can solve it with these clues. I don't know if you guys have that, but like I kind of have that where I'm like, oh maybe I can like think of something. No way you're gonna solve that shit, but it's so interesting. It's so interesting. So yeah, I've been on gate duty and it's the worst, dude. It's the fucking worst. Like that shit, it's like DB Cooper, yes! Did you see the video too? Or like did you just know about the story? Yep, that was a DB Cooper one. It was basically like in the 1980s or something, where someone just like got on a plane and then like they just sat in the back and they just like look here, they just had like a bomb in their suitcase because there wasn't really airport security then, and they're like, yep, just like, you know, land the plane somewhere where I tell you, and let everyone out, and then like give me $200,000 and then give me 4 parachutes and then take off again, fly to Mexico or something. And then it's quite a famous case. I never knew about it. I never knew anything about it. And so like I saw that video, I was like, holy fuck, how did this happen? It is so crazy. But also like the, you know, like the universal S thing, like the S everyone used to draw, like where does that come from? Like, oh my god, there's so many of those documentaries which are just like very, very interesting to watch. They're like, you're never gonna get a clear answer. It's never really gonna be useful for anything other than just casual conversation like, hey, you know about a guy that jumped out of a plane and disappeared? But they're just so fun to watch. They just like grab my attention. I just keep on watching them like forever and ever. So there's a thing called the Missing 411, which is about people that have disappeared with no trace. You know what the weirdest thing is about like disappearing with no trace? Like in the 80s, I can get that. I can understand that people disappear with no trace when there's like not really like tracking technology and all that sort of stuff. The fact that like this entire like this airplane disappeared a couple of years back and no one ever found it. That's fucking weird to me. Like, that is actually fucking weird to me. Like, the fact that, like, with, like, because the thing is, like, he also made a video about that. But, like, the fact if you go over that, like, what kind of measuring, like, things we have? Because there was also this one thing with, what was it? With, they were kind of, like, they were like trying to figure out where this plane landed, and then they were like, maybe this plane like landed in the ocean, which is like 100% what happened, but like maybe this plane landed in the ocean, and then they could detect that because there were microphones underneath the like on the bottom of the ocean that would detect like wave sounds or like earthquake sounds, and that like and all at the same time detected like something hitting the water. It's like, dude, I didn't even know we had microphones in the ocean. Why do we have microphones in the ocean? Why do you have microphones in the ocean that can detect like a plane landing in the ocean like 100 kilometers away? How the fuck does that work? We have so many like things that we can like, yeah. So that bias comes from maybe because you overestimate technology. Partly, but also partly because like I didn't. Did you know that we had like did you know we had microphones in the ocean, and that they can like check on these microphones in the ocean whether like a plane landed somewhere in a region of the ocean because they heard a boom like in the water, and like, what? I didn't even expect that we had that. Like the only thing that I'm thinking about, the only reason why I thought is because like every single phone has like this tracking thing. Like, what are the chances that someone like doesn't turn up their like thing? But yeah, like the Malaysia for flight 370. Yep. So well, we do have a few 411 cases that are still open. It's both interesting and aggravating at the same time. I think it's like if someone just like doesn't really have anything like that, anything bad that they did, but they just want to disappear. I think it's kind of cool, you know. If you just want to disappear, be like, hey, let me see if anyone can find me. That's kind of cool. But if it's like bad cases where it's like a missing person in the case of this is actually like a crime has been committed, or it's like very likely that a crime has been committed, then like that shit is fucking annoying, especially for like the victim. That would be most of the time in that case either the victim is missing or either, you know, the person that did it is missing. But yeah, it's like real life mysteries remain to be interesting all the time. I don't know, like it just draws you to it because there is something there, and there is a solution. And like I think that one of the things which kind of like keeps you out there is like there is a solution out there. There is something that can solve this, and there is an answer. And a lot of times, like, you'll either get the answer and they'll be like, oh my god, how did we not get that? And sometimes, like, answer will just, like, never be given. And I actually think it's sad if, like, answer never given. It's always, like, cool to, like, have this answer come, like, later on and be like, oh my god, it was clear from, like, day one. But I guess it's also like you just liking stories so much, like where stories like a good written story will have the answer right in front of you. What I understood about the Bermuda Triangle is that the region over there has an unusual magnetic field effects which fuck up with the radar and all sorts of measuring tech. Thus the planes just fall because they get lost. But I don't know if that's the truth. Let me know. Actually made a documentary about it, and basically like the entire Bermuda Triangle doesn't really exist. It's like it's there, but all the accidents that are claimed to like have happened in the Bermuda Triangle just like happen not in the Bermuda Triangle. It just doesn't happen there. It's like watch the video, but it's like it's literally every single case that is documented or like attributed to that location like happens like all the way up north from it, or all the way up south from it, or all the way west from it. It's like that's not even in it. It's like, yeah, maybe this like boat kind of like slowly past it, and then it went to the coast, and then like moved away from the coast, and then like it suddenly had a fuck up. It's like, yeah. So the Bermuda Triangle, you know how big it actually is. Wasn't it like it's between like the like these islands sort of thing. Let me see if I can like find like grab you a screenshot of that video. It's quite famous because like it's again like this mystery, which is like something that I think just like grabs people's attentions, and I understand it. But yeah, let me see if I can find so right here, like this is like the Bermuda Triangle, like where it is, and like these will just be like where the things happen, right? And it's like it just passed through there, right? Or like this is like a plane which is attributed to it. It's like that's so high up. Like how does that make sense? So or like here, like a boat that passed through, and only here at Norfolk like this happens. It's a very interesting video. I'm not gonna play it. You should watch it if you want to waste some time. It's gonna be a really interesting waste of time, but yeah. What if it's actually the solar flares that affect because planes fly at a high altitude where the atmosphere is thinner and doesn't protect so much from the solar flares? I think it's literally just like a legend that people come up with. Because like when right here, let's see. When like right here, like this is like one of those planes that like disappeared. When right here, like this is like one of those boats that disappeared like right there. It's like that's not even in the triangle. And there are so many cases, and like I'm sure there might be cases that this guy didn't cover, but I feel like this guy does some pretty good research, and like the way how depth he goes with his videos. So he's got a bunch of references as well, right there. Honestly, I find it really cool when they make like a separate website where they have like all this stuff. So like, yeah, like clarification, FAQ. Hold on, I've never seen this FAQ. I do not sell merchandise at the moment. Video suggestions, background music. The music I use is always listed in the credits in the description or in the credits section. Holy shit! Should actually see what kind of music he uses. Audio, triangular. Oh, just differently. Oh, here we have like the references of. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a well-researched video. Damn. So I'm very sure the area that affects the measuring tech isn't exactly in the Bermuda Triangle. Probably is even bigger. Yeah, or just malfunctions happen, sort of thing. Accidents can happen everywhere, but like if you focus on something specifically, then it tends to occur. It's like if you specifically focus on like, oh, this should not happen, or this will happen, like most likely it will happen. It could be fluctuating. I mean, do I have a good example? I don't know whether I have a good example, but there's like a lot of times where you have things where it's like, yeah, like shit happens all the time. But only because we now tend to focus on this. Like, it happens so often. But yeah, there are talks about the poles switching. Just the north and south pole just be like, oh, I'm just gonna go switch. But maybe like around the equator or something. I've not been that much around the equator. I've actually never been like the southern half of the world. So I don't know what it's like. Would be pretty cool though. But yeah. So it could be a magnetic effect. Yeah. I don't know that much about it that I could like actually be like, oh man, I can tell you something about it. We can go have a discussion, because this is not something I've read up. Like the only thing I've seen was that video, and that video was just like, yo man, like most of these things don't even happen in a triangle, so it's kind of just like a legend. And I'm perfectly inclined to believe that. Though then that UFO stuff where they're showing like military footage of like, oh man, there's military like footage of like things that they don't even know what this is. Like that's kind of like weird. Where I'm like, holy shit. So yeah, James Bond Skyfall. Hey, I proposed to my crush yesterday over text. How did it go, dude? How did it go? How did you do? Also, like, regardless of the outcome, it's very courageous of you to do that, and like yeah, respect for doing that, man. That's pretty cool. I don't exactly believe in UFOs, but the stuff about them is entertaining. Like, I don't like. I feel like I'm sort of on that spectrum too, where I'm kind of like, if they see something, if they see something, they have footage of it, like I'm totally fine to like believe, to just like be like, okay, well, I mean, it would make sense if there's something out there in the galaxy, but it's again, it would be so weird. Why would it only show up in like a very remote area where there just happens to be like one ship with a camera? Like, why wouldn't it be like on several places on Earth where there would be multiple recordings of it or something? Why is it always like on a remote place that only one person sees it? And why is always the footage so like shaky? So like that's something where like, I don't know, man. Yeah. She liked my message, but she didn't say yes or no. Just liked it with a heart emoji. I mean, it's not a no. It's not a no. So maybe it just takes a little bit of time. Maybe you just need to think about it. Who knows? But heart emojis, it's not bad. The sheer size of the Bermuda Triangle, like the size of like the size of Europe on open water, and the hurricane area, things happen, and on high sea, if something goes wrong, you're usually dead. Propose over text. Ew. What would you recommend a mega weapon? What would you recommend? Like, what is your analysis of this situation? Because obviously you are the more experienced person here. But she still talks normal, so not blocked till now. It's not the worst case scenario, eh? So, I mean, like the C thing is like kind of really strange to me. Propose over video chat. Propose over memes. Propose over smoke signals. It's like, light a fire, just like start like waving your blanket around, just like make smoke signals. Actually, like it would be pretty cool if we could like communicate in smoke signals. Send a missile. Video chat gone sexual. Oh, of course it is Jen. Holy shit, dude. How's it going? How are you doing? But yeah, like the sea is like a very traitorous thing where it's so strange. People go to the sea, people go on the beach, and it's totally fine. You just let your kids play in the beach because, like, you know, it's just playing in the pool, it's playing in the water, it's totally safe. There's nothing to worry about. But then if you're like in the middle of the ocean and it's just water, like you're pretty much dead if you go bad. So, a mega weapon did it in a park bench on the river. That's a nice scenery. That is a nice scenery, or like. If it's a nice park with a nice river, like sometimes you can have like a really like city-like park with a city-like river, and like maybe it's really busy. But I imagine in my head there's like a beautiful park, nice flowing river, birds flying around, nice sunlight, you're all alone, and you just like taking the moment. The Rhine, oh that's cool. That is cool. That's a cool river that also flows through this country here. So you gotta watch out that the river doesn't get too big. Actually, like it's really crazy. So like about half a year ago, like no, in the summer, 3 months ago, there were like these insane floods in like Germany and Holland, where like there was so much rain that the rivers just like expanded and the rivers just like destroyed entire villages. And I think a couple of weeks back, actually, there was actually like a bit of news coverage about like what these areas are like today, and you just imagine. An entire village, an entire city is like swept away. And I was kind of just like, okay, well, that will take them like a bit to rebuild, but like, at a certain point, they will rebuild it. But like, pretty much the situation is still kind of exactly the same because the roads are so bad, where like basically the road would just be slammed away, where like basically there would be like a 5-meter drop in the road, and there would be no road anymore. that because the roads aren't there, it's like super hard to like get back with any like cars or any like trucks to go and fix things. That right now it's still like as though it happened. So you call the WoW. Yeah, we have the Maz and the WoW. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I must remind you to help Michel feed himself and his 6,213 lawyers by donating to all your and your family savings. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's hope no one ever takes that seriously, dude. That would be insane. But yeah, rivers are kind of cool though. Like as long as they don't like go outside of their borders. But it's pretty insane the fact that, you know, this water just like flows every single goddamn day and it just keeps on going. That's insane. Reminding me of that storm that happened here not too long ago. Yeah, I actually didn't follow all that much about it, but I did see that there was like insane flooding in New York a little while back, and it was one weekend where there's like some memes about it, and then I didn't really look into it, and then all of a sudden like I didn't really hear anything about it, and like all the footage I saw of New York after that like didn't really show that much, but it seemed like there was like this very intense, very short-lived storm that probably did like a whole bunch of damage. And then just kind of like went away. But yeah, I hope you weren't hit too bad by it. Storm season is kind of coming upon us now though, because like it's getting like full autumn, whatever you want to call it. Winter, yeah, what the fuck? 46 people died that day on the East Coast? Holy shit. I didn't know. Dude, that is insane. Let me see if I can find something about this. Flash flood. That was in New York City underwater after storm. So let's say floods right here. Yep, this kind of looks like what we had in like the southern part of the Netherlands and in Germany as well. Where like just things would be flooded, but like this road would also just not exist anymore. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What just a little bit of water can do. And I only flooded a little in my sunroom. Your sunroom sounds like a really nice place where just like, you know, I imagine a sunroom to just be like a room where you just have like a glass ceiling which you can open up, and you just have like one single chair sitting in there, and you just have like a nice little table next to that, and you can just like just have a book on there, or maybe just like a little like music player that plays like really relaxing meditating music, and just turn it on and just, you know, just go and sit back and you just enjoy the sun. This is what I imagine Jin does in his sunroom. It's like, and the sun just beams down on him every single time. Doesn't really matter like what day it is, whether it's raining or something. The sun just like breaks through the sky and he just sits there and it's like in my sunroom. And then like that's just what he does for the entire day. And then like the flood comes in. Like I think that like the flood just comes in. It's just like, you know, this calming like sound of water just like going through. So yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm tired. Why am I tired? I don't know. A little tired. Feels a little tired. Some people drown in their basements. Holy shit! Floodings in the subway stations. Even one part of New York I used to go looked like Hurricane Sandy happened in Florida. That is something that would seem very scary to me. drowning in like a subway, or drowning in like a basement, dude. Holy fuck. Yeah, that is. Some people are like, well, you know, drowning is like one of the like most relaxed ways to go, because, you know, it seems relaxed to me. Seems like that's something you clearly see coming. That is something where you clearly see your impending doom, and that doesn't seem like a really chill way. That seems like a very long taken way. No, thank you. No, thank you, please. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yep. How do we get to talking about like people drowning in their basements? This stream, man. With floodings, you get to higher ground. With storms, you get to lower ground, or you just get out of there for both. That's the same with lightning, man. Like, I know somewhat right now what I need to do with lightning, but like I remember when we were told as kids about lightning by cartoons, and educational TV, but mostly cartoons. Like, what should you do when lightning strikes? It's like, don't be in an open field. It's like, okay, gotcha. I will not be in an open field. So let me go run for something tall. Don't be at something tall. Okay, so where shall I be? If I'm near something that's tall, that can get struck and I can get killed. If I'm in an open field, I can get struck and I can get killed. Where will I be? I was seeing a bolt of lightning. It was like 3 meters away from me. Wow, that's scary. Getting choked out by water isn't relaxing. That's like saying it's cozy sticking your ass up in prison showers. Well, like, I think that the argument goes, like, the moment you're driving, it's like, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I've heard it being said somewhere. I really don't remember what it was, like, years ago. And I was like, yeah, I don't believe that for a second, dude. I do not believe that for a second. But, yeah. Like, some of my best friends actually got struck by lightning when they were driving in their car. And that was, like, minutes after they dropped me off. And, like, part of me is, like, kind of sad that I didn't, like, that I wasn't there to experience it. But, like, basically they were driving their car and, like the lightning just struck their car. And, like, they say, like, it hit the car and just, like, the entire car started growing. So then, like, they just, like, kind of, like, hit, like, hit something on the side of the road, like, very slowly, just, like, decharge to charge. So, yeah. Hiding something up your butt equals prison wallet. Your butt is your prison wallet? Well, I'm glad that I'm not using my prison wallet to hide shit. That must be like, that must also be just be like so like uncomfortable. I don't know, man. Just like hiding things up your butt. Like you can never just go and take a shit if you need to. Getting shot in the head, probably. Falling to your death, most likely. Falling to death seems something which doesn't seem really cool either, because like you can see it coming. It doesn't really seem. If a car gets hit by lightning, nothing really special happens. Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't experience it. They just told me that, so maybe they're bullshitting me. They might be bullshitting me. But yeah. I'm back. Have you ever heard the term "don't drop the soap"? Who hasn't heard of "don't drop the soap"? It's been tested. Yeah, like, I don't think something happens, like, inside the car, but it's still, like, a fun experience, nonetheless. Or, like, an experience that doesn't really happen to all that many people. I don't drop the soap, I drop the shower. Oh boy, oh boy. But drowning ain't a painless death. Oh, I mean, like, getting shot in the head and, like, falling to your death, like, those will be painless. Yeah, I can see so. Man. Thinking about all the ways in which you could die. That's a very interesting, like, hole to, like, what this stream will be about. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know. Let's not go down there. Actually, I mean, we're going down there. I'm kind of thinking about... I don't really know much. This week has been, like, a lot of work. So, like, not like, oh man, I've been working so hard. But it's just, like, I don't necessarily know. Like, I don't really have that many things to talk about today. So if you still have anything, let me know. Otherwise, I might just be like, yo. Surviving a nuclear explosion with your skin melting off and just dropping and just drooping is an awful way to go. Yep, definitely sounds like one. Definitely sounds like an awful way to go. Unless you get, like, lucky and then you're, like, the one person that gets, what is it? That gets special, like, superhuman powers from it. But, you know, you only have to be lucky. So, like, it doesn't happen to everyone. So, yeah. I don't know. I think I'm just kind of gonna like leave it here for now because I don't really have all that much to talk about still. Basically, if I die, I want to die like my grandpa, sleeping it peacefully, not screaming like the other people in his car. Is that what you're gonna follow it up with? Did I just steal your joke? Did I just steal your joke? Let me see what he's gonna say after this. Let me see what he's gonna say after this, please, 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 please. What are you gonna do now? Same thing, getting hit with a crowbar or getting blown up like Jason thought. Not like a co-driver screaming, woohoo! Comedic genius right here who has heard this joke before. I'm sorry for stealing your spotlight, but I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. But yeah, like, I don't really have that many things. Basically, a quick rundown of today. this week we're gonna be doing more Halo Combat Unfold. I want to finish that game and move on to like some scary stuff this October. Villager had some like recommendations, but let me know if you guys have recommendations too. I'm also because videos are coming out more regularly now, I'm also gonna like spend some time focusing on just like more the generality of Twitch. I want to see if we can like move to something bigger on Twitch again. And if I think of something bigger on Twitch, I'm thinking like back when we did like those Twitch events sort of thing. I actually went back and like did some what is it? I actually went back and like did some analysis of like what those events did in terms of numbers for like creators on it, and it's insane. Like there was. It was actually pretty damn good. It was better than I thought. So maybe there can be something cool coming out. I'll definitely be doing some research on Twitch, like where are things in which more things like where I can like focus my best energy and like improving things. If you guys have like any suggestions on things where you're like, hey man, I would like to see this improved, I'm not gonna tell you that I can fix Twitch. That is not my intention. But it's my intention is to like see what like if I can find solutions that can make things a little bit better. So let me know if you guys have any like streamers that you follow or anything, or any persons that you're like, oh man, you should speak with those. Let me know. Right now things are a lot vague. I don't necessarily know like what I necessarily want to do, but I do know that I want to like do some research to like do something cool. So over the coming few weeks, I'll be like, or coming few months, I'll be speaking to a lot of people. I'll be figuring things out. Maybe something cool will be coming on the horizon in like half a year time or something. That's kind of like what I wanted to put my focus on today. So like the stream started out being titled like what do you want to see changed on Twitch? And if you have anything that you have on mind where you're like, hey man, I want to see this change with your content, or like this would be cool for there to be. I would like to see Apex tournaments or whatever the fuck you want to see. Let me know. But yeah, are you getting the RGB coffin, Michel? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon, I may hope. But yeah, we will see how it goes. So yeah, that was kind of like today. Tomorrow we'll be back with Halo Combat Evolved. First day, hopefully a framecast, and then on Wednesday we'll just have to see what we're gonna be doing. Get rid of that goddamn no shirtless man bullcrap, bro. I will note it down. I will note it down, and I will see what we can do. It was kind of weird. Like one of the YouTubers I watch actually like does a lot of live streaming, and apparently like he just went out like on like a what was it, a fan meetup, and he just live streamed the whole thing, but not in the sense where it's like, oh, here's a camera right here and I'm gonna live stream the whole thing so you can see it. No, it was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna have my phone up and I'm just gonna have my phone like lay on the table right here, and it's like it's just laying down here, and you know you all can just hear what's going on, and he just couldn't see shit for like most of an hour, and he just went to take a piss, and like you couldn't see anything, like he just had his phone in his pocket and he was taking a piss. I'm like, holy shit, dude, you got over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. You're live streaming it, you're taking a piss. Man, I wish I could give zero fucks like that. Like, that is, I don't know. I would never do that on stream. But the fact that someone does and just doesn't mind, holy fuck, man. Piss cam pog. Dude, you don't do that on Twitch. You get fucking banned for it. Look at the doc, man. Tattoo a portrait of Obama on your back, that's what I want to see. Nah. That wouldn't even be a good meme. That would not even be a good meme. The only reason I would do that would be for... I would never do that. I would never do that one stream, but... There's no buts there. There's no buts there. Anyway, that's it for today. I will see you guys all like tomorrow for Halo, and yeah, get a tattoo of Biden on your back. I'm not gonna get a tattoo of like anyone on my back, let alone a fucking US president. That's not even the country I live in. Why the hell would I get like a political figure tattooed on myself, and even worse, a political figure that's not even like from my country? For fuck's sake, man, that's weird. That would never, like, no. Obama's just funny. I don't know. I guess. Anyway, I'll see you guys around. Have a great rest of your Monday, and until the next time.